Hi, and welcome to another video by Get It Done Home Repairs. Today we're going to talk about how to correct a problem with a slow moving or a drain that doesn't move at all. A lot of the drains today, hair gets stuck in the drain and it causes the water to slowly go down. So there's a couple of easy things that you can do without having to take the plumbing apart underneath a sink or a drain or whatever. They sell a tool like this that you can pick up at any one of the big box stores. You can buy it on Amazon. You can buy it just about any place. And basically what you do is you unscrew the drain, which I'm going to show you. You unscrew the drain, you take this, you put this down through there, and you pull it back out. As you can see, it has little tiny teeth on it like this. And what that'll do is it'll go down into the trap, which is below the countertop, and it'll pick up any kind of hair that's stuck down there, and you can pull it back out. So we're gonna do another drain right here, and we'll see what we get. Now, on this particular drain, this one is a little different. Most of the newer drains are all very similar to this. You can take the drain itself and you can unscrew it and take it out. Now, on the older sinks, you can't just pull the centerpiece out. You need to remove it from down underneath. You have to disconnect it on the bottom and take it out so you can gain access to it. So, okay, now this is the other kind. As you can see, you try to pull up that stopper out of there and it doesn't come out. What happens is that stopper is connected to the back over here where you would lift it up and down to actually cause the stopper to stop the water from running out. All right, so what you would need to do is you have to remove that from the sink itself. And the only way to remove this is to go down underneath the bottom of it, and you have to take a small nut off of it, and you release the cable from the back of this, and then you'll be able to pull that stopper out of the sink, so then you can get down there with the snake. Now, looking at it from underneath the bottom, this is what it looks like. This is the J-trap down in the bottom, and that piece on the top that we had up there, that connects up into here. That rod right there goes through that bottom of that stopper, and when you pull the rod in the back of the sink up and down, it pushes it up and down as needed. What you would do is you would come up underneath here with a pair of pliers, and you would take that nut right there. It's that pair of pliers you go on there, and you would actually take the nut off, and you would pull it out, and then you would be able to pull the stopper up and out of the sink itself. We're just going to take this out, just like this, and as you can see, it does build up a lot of hair and soap on there, so we need to clean that off too. But now with the way that this tool works is you would take it just like this, and you would put it down through the drain here, put it down through the drain, and just move it around, just like this. And if there's anything down in the drain, when you pull it up, it'll pull it out like that. All right, so we're going to do that a couple of times. I know there's really not much of anything down in here because this drain flows fairly well, but you can see how it pulls out any kind of soap or any kind of hair or anything that's stuck down inside the sink. All right, so that you would take and clean it out like that first. But the biggest problem with this particular one here is this piece right here. You can see all the hair builds up on there, and you just take a rag and you just take it and you pull it off. The reason it moves slowly is because this is where the water drains through right here, and as you can see, it builds up all the hair right there. So you just take this off. Okay, we get most of it out here, but I'm going to take this to a slop sink. I'm going to clean this up a little bit, and then we're going to put it back together to make sure it works properly. Okay, so now after we have the drain, the pop-up part of the drain cleaned out, we're going to put it back in. Let me just think for a second. Okay, all right. Okay, now after we have the drain itself cleaned out, we could take this and we can put it back into the sink here itself. Now we did run the water just to make sure that it goes down properly, and I know it would because this drain was just moving very, not slow at all, it was just a little bit. All right, so the way you put the drain back in is it has screw threads right on here, And then you take it and you just put it back and down in here like this, and just turn it. It does not have to be real tight. You want to just turn it until it's snug. And once it's snug, that's it. All right, as you can see now, the water does flow nice and smoothly. But like I said, if it doesn't move, you can use that tool. You put it down inside there and you can clean out that the trap down in the bottom, because the trap, the thing that looks like a J underneath your sink, that's where a lot of the debris builds up in there. Now you can take it apart and you can replace any components there that you need to, but this way is a lot easier. You can do the whole thing in all of about 5 minutes versus taking it apart and having to change all the seals and such underneath the bottom. That tool works very good. And they have different lengths. They have the real short ones, they have longer ones, there's lots of different ones you can get. All right, but that's it. That's our quick tip of the day. Okay, and then the other type, you would put the stopper back inside the sink, and you would push the rod here through the bottom of the stopper, and then you would screw this nut down here by hand, and then you would tighten it up just a little bit tighter with your adjustable channel locks. After you put it back together, you want to fill this. Actually, you want to make sure your rod is connected back into the piece that lifts it up and down. You would fill your sink up with water, and then you would let the water run out just to make sure that you have no leaks coming from this area right here. If you do have a little leak in there, it's no big deal. You just get a pair of pliers and you tighten it up a little bit tighter, and you should be fine. All right, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.